Good job.
Way to go,
So we got
Alex.
2 down. What are they?
Okay, now you go along those same lines with what
So you
he
said
was.
emotions?
So brains, emotions. There's another thing that goes along with emotions.
Reactions.
Close. Oh, I'll take
Language.
that one, Uncle Rick.
Listening.
You got 2 actually.
I was going to use that one, but you got
Which
the
one
first
were you going to take?
I was going to
Take listening because that's what she helped me.
Language was one, and reaction to stress.
Ooh.
Which one do you want to do first?
Language.
Language.
Because men and women do speak a different language.
We do.
But
We
then
do.
again, I speak
A
a
man
different
like
language.
Yeah, that's all I hear. It's blah, 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 blah,
They-
blah, blah,
but they
blah,
use
blah,
Two
blah, blah.
sections
But their words are
of the
different.
brain.
Like-
This is like the dog whisper.
Yes.
He
Yes.
goes like this. That's my signal to you,
Yes.
guys.
Oh, that's a.
Okay.
So you're. Why are you pinching my side?
2 sections of the brain responsible for language were found to be larger in women than in men, indicating one reason that women typically excel in language-based subjects and language-associated thinking. Additionally, men typically only process language in their dominant hemisphere, whereas women process language in both hemispheres. Remember your left brain. This difference offers a bit of protection in case of stroke. Women may be able to recover more fully from a stroke affecting the language areas in the brain, while men may not have this same advantage. Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Huh?
That makes a lot of
Yeah, I
sense.
was like, what? Yeah.
Too many
sure.
words.
Yeah. All I got was language.
Right?
Okay, let me explain it to you a little bit.
Can you break
here
that
we
down
go.
into man terms?
So,
we go.
if you would have listened with both part of your brains like everybody else in this room did, you would have gotten more
Probably.
than just language.
Yay, I'm a man.
It's confirmed.
It is confirmed.
It's about time.
So think about
Call
it
your
for
mom.
a minute. Have you ever known anybody that had a stroke?
Yes.
Yeah, me.
Yes.
I have had.
Eric had a stroke. Or something like that.
Right. And you did recover very quickly, though.
Yes, I did.
But
I got
part
there
of it
within
was
the amount
it
of
took
time.
a while for your thinking process to coincide with your language skills, didn't it?
That's true.
What am I doing here?
Yes.
Grabbing your penis reduced.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
That's the story they told him. Couldn't remember anything.
What did I tell you about that kind of language on my show?
I said the.
There's no talk about body parts on
I
this show.
said the correct word.
It doesn't matter. It should have never been. It should have never been brought up.
Okay, my bad.
The P thing
You had your-
word.
Okay, so anyway,
I won't even-
moving on.
won't even
The
call it-
word
Reaction, Uncle Rick, was
Yes.
your second one. You got 2.
Reaction.
know.
I thought you said-
Reaction.
The way
There goes
the way they
Reaction
people
to
react
stress.
differently.
That's
yes,
right.
yes.
Men tend to have fight or flight response to stress situations,
Yep.
while women seem to approach these situations with a tend and befriend strategy.
noticed
Yeah,
it.
and it takes like days to get over.
I've been
something.
watching the
months.
Real Housewives
months.
of
I'm still
Oakland.
waiting for my ex to call.
The Real Housewives of OC, and them girls like to argue about everything,
And just like,
and then they want to be friends tomorrow.
yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
keep
I
going.
hear that.
Is that the same thing?
Psychologist Shelley E. Taylor coined the phrase tend and befriend after recognizing that during times of stress, women take care of themselves and their children and form strong group bonds.
Group bonds.
The
I wanna
reason
do
for
that.
these different reactions to
Kumbaya,
stress
everybody.
is rooted in hormones. The hormone oxytocin is released during stress in everyone. However, estrogen tends to enhance it, resulting in calming and nurturing feelings, whereas testosterone, which men produce in high levels during stress, reduces the effect. So let's think about that for a minute. That goes way back to the hunter-gatherer thing.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
like in our DNA. There's really nothing we can do about that.
No.
Right. If
no.
something's coming at me, I'm going to take it out. If it's coming at a woman, they're like, ah,
They're going to want to talk to it.
Hi.
Unless it's a
Let's
Greek
dress
woman.
you up and make you
I'm gonna
pretty.
kill it with-
And we go
It's a
into
Greek woman. I'm
let's
standing behind her.
protect what's ours.
Yes,
Right.
let's protect the
And
important
let the
things.
man take care of the monster.
She may actually jump in front of you to protect you because she thinks you're her child.
And that's true.
That's right. A mother would protect a child no matter what.
That's
yes, but
right.
it could be your wife
That's
because she
right.
thinks
Like-
you're a soft, huggy baby.
You are so strange, Uncle
Hug
Rick.
you and kiss you before that mammoth
You haven't seen
takes
him.
you out.
So that was I think that was a really interesting one
That was
because
neat.
some things we really can't do anything about the way that we think. We
No.
really can't.
No.
Because it's so embedded into our DNA that it would be foolish for us to think that we
So-
could change
Right.
it.
Let's see. So women are more nurturing too. Is that,
More
is that,
nurturing.
Is that one of them?
Right. More
get another one?
nurturing.
Oh
Let's
man,
look.
you're on a roll.
I'm on a roll
You're
now.
on a roll. Uncle Rick's doing
it must have
all,
been because
man.
he saw me coming.
Yeah.
I'm going to take I'm going to take nurturing into human relationships.
Human relations.
Very good.
Don't you think that would be a good one?
I know.
Wait,
Where do our other guests go?
What about the human relations end of this? Where's this going?
Because of nurturing.
Okay.
It's
You have to-
human relationships, nurturing as men are nurturing, I think, to a certain point. You know,
True.
You know, I really admire several religions, but I admire different parts of different religions. And Judaism has a bar mitzvah or a baz mitzvah.
Oh, yeah. That's a
Whereas
good
the
party.
child turns, I think it's 13, and the mother relinquishes raising of the boy to the father at that point.
Right. Is that kind of like
I
that-
think that is very smart. We've already nurtured them. Now it's time for them to own up.
You got him
It's
through
time
the
to-
diaper
it's-
raid.
it's
You're
time to
great.
man 'em
up
It's
a little
your
bit.
turn, buddy.
Right.
Man 'em up.
Sometimes
Learn how
you
to be a
really
man.
gotta Give him to their
Man 'em up,
dad.
kick him in the ass.
Is that like a
Come on, kid.
quinceañera
Get
or one of the like the
Get out. Go to America.
Yeah,
Hispanic-
go get a job.
a quinceañera? Is that what that's called?
Yes.
Would that be
Yes.
the same thing in
Yes.
that culture?
Yes.
Or coming out party
Yes.
or sweet 16
Right.
thing? Or,
It's all different, but it all means the same, doesn't it?
I raised myself from the time I was 13, though.
and see what happened.
Okay,
Yeah,
human relationship. Woo! That's something that
What you do in your private
that's
time is
all
your own
other
business.
show.
Okay.
Human relationships. Women tend to communicate more efficiently than men, focusing on how to create a solution that works for the group.
I don't know about
Talking
that.
through issues and utilizing nonverbal cues such as tone, emotion, and empathy, whereas men tend to be more task oriented, less talkative, and more isolated. Men have a more difficult time understanding emotions that are not explicitly verbalized,
Sometimes.
while women tend to intuit emotions and emotional cues. These differences explain why men and women sometimes have difficulty communicating and why men-to-men friendship look different than women-to-women friendships.
I would have to agree with that.
I wholeheartedly.
Now, my mom, she used to look at me with that one look. and
I know
you
that
know,
look.
The
I've
mom
given
look.
that look.
The
you
mom
knew you
look.
were about to get your butt kicked.
You're gonna get one here in a
You
minute.
know?
It is different. Yeah, you're right. Women, my
Yeah.
mom used to do the same thing, but my dad, it was more of an action. You'll hear that tree branch break, and you're like, "Yep, I'm getting a whooping."
Yeah.
Something's bad. Something
And
bad's
that's
gonna
how
happen.
they are.
Or they'd
That's-
vote- Vocalize.
Be like this. Come here.
Alexi!
But you
Come
know
here.
what? If we were
I'm
to
gonna
sit
smack you
down
upside
and
the
I
head. Come
say,
here.
I have this problem, you would immediately start solving the problem.
Before we knew what it was.
Right.
And
even
we'd be
before-
right, too.
Right. No, I don't know about that. But then, and I would be thinking about how to communicate this problem so that it could be solved.
So isn't it like that movie with the rocket ship in the 60s, and they had those 3-4 women? Because they would have looked at the mathematical side of it different than the men.
Mathematics.
you're talking-
That's another
You're talking
one.
about the lady movie.
Mathematical abilities.
What was that called?
It wasn't called The Avengers.
Charlie's
That was it.
Angels.
No, this was
This
about
is a
this
true
was a-
story.
it was a
This
true
was
story.
the,
Really good.
The
It's on my,
the black
Oh.
ladies that worked for NASA
That's
doing
right,
the
yeah.
math.
Yeah,
and I
it-
couldn't-
Oh, I remember
That's a
that.
it was a fantastic movie. I watched it more
Yeah.
than once.
'Cause it'll give
Google
them a
it.
different-
Do you have your phones?
It'll give them a
Somebody
different-
Google it. Mathematical abilities are another one. Good
Yeah.
lead into that. An area of
You're
the
welcome,
brain called the
ladies.
inferior parietal lobule, the IPL,
Yeah, I massage
is
that every
typically thought to control mental mathematical ability and probably explains why men frequently perform higher in mathematical tasks than women do. Interestingly, this is
Hidden
the same
figures.
area of Einstein's brain that was discovered to be abnormally large. The IPL also processes sensory information, and the larger right side in women's allows them to focus on specific tasks, such as a baby crying in the night. So let's think about that for a minute. What was the name of the
Hidden
show?
Figures.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right,
Hidden Figures,
yes.
right.
That was fantastic.
That was really
I've actually
good.
seen it several times.
So, I have some grandsons that struggle in English. Hello, do you speak English? Yes. Then why aren't you getting good grades at it?
He's not very good. I don't know.
Well, you are an exception to that rule.
I
What do you
know
mean
goat,
you're not
lamb,
speaking
sheep.
English?
I know country and donkey.
So, that's why they're pushing the STEM so much in high schools right now
Yeah,
for
but I think
girls.
Because just for women, they're pushing it. I thought on
they're
all the
pushing
kids.
it on everybody, but women get more scholarships, and because there's not enough women in the sciences nor mathematics.
Right.
Because our brains don't know. We have to really study. English was always easy for me. Math was not.
I had a hard time with pretty much all of it.
I did too, myself. I just didn't.
With all of it?
I could draw pictures. That's really about it.
That's all you. Still
But you
can
know
do.
what? That's.
But you know mathematical equations and things like
But
that.
math automatically kicks into when you're drawing.
It does.
You don't even realize it, but it
Yeah,
does.
it does, but it's.
You-
I failed at everything, and I had to create everything that I've done on my own. So the teaching that they were teaching me in school, the way that they taught in school, it didn't work for me.
So it wasn't you aren't an auditory learner.
No.
What
I
are
was-
you?
I
A
was-
spatial.
I was spatial, hands-on, go look at
Right.
this, figure it out.
A lot of
kind of guy.
space.
Wow, those are things.
Load of
You know,
space.
and it's too bad that they don't have different methods. They should have like an 8th grade class taught 3 different ways.
Yeah, and then put whatever kid that happens to be the certain way
Right.
in that certain direction.
Right.
An awful lot of work.
It's an awful
Yeah,
lot of
but
work,
it would
it's gonna
work so much better.
I was actually when I graduated high school, I had no clue about anything in college because I was like there was
didn't
no way
either.
there was no way I would have been able to make it in college.
I got a degree.
I went to 3 different colleges on the weekends, but I wouldn't have been able to go to college because
And yet,
I
look
just
how
didn't-
talented you are.
But I had to teach myself a different way. I had to teach myself how to do everything, and it put me back about 8 to 10 years.
And that
from
brings
everybody else.
us, and what are you really good at? This is another one. What is it that you are fluent in?
I can figure stuff out.
But what
Architecture.
is that called? Spatial ability.
Spatial ability.
Yes,
ability?
spatial ability.
You already had one. I was just
I
trying
was
to run
gonna
away
say,
with
I
it.
know.
Men typically have stronger spatial abilities or being more able to
hard.
mentally represent a shape and its dynamics.
I know
Whereas
space.
women typically struggle in this area.
That's 9 inches right there.
Man inches.
That's not 9 inches.
Medical
Yes, it is.
experts have
like 3.
discovered that women have a thicker parietal region of the brain, which hinders the ability to mentally rotate objects in the aspect of spatial ability. And you are really good at that.
Eric is. She's
Stop playing with your
architecture.
hands and pay attention.
I was showing him what 9 inches is.
Researchers have shown this ability
Zip your
in
pants.
babies as young as 5 months old, negating any ideas that these abilities were strengthened by environmental issues.
That's why guys are so good when it comes to describing themselves.
But
Yeah, but there's difference between man inches
again,
and real
I
inches.
say there will be no references to body parts.
Did I reference a body
No.
part? No.
No.
So
Nothing
but you
makes
know
it
what?
Chandra the other day, she says, "How big is that from here to here?" And I said, 9 inches. And she's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." So I went up and I showed her. There's 9 inches right there.
He knows that.
Really?
And I went up and I showed her 9
So
inches.
is that 9 inches?
Not for everybody.
Yeah, let me
It is his.
Yeah,
it's his
but
9
his
inches.
9
That's
inches,
nine
Mine's
that's
bigger than
it.
your 9 inches.
My 9 inches is...
Oh, mine's in centimeters.
Yes.
Mine in metric.
Yours
Yeah.
is a metric.
Mine's much bigger than
you're
yours.
British.
We're in the United States now.
Because he's British.
So, but that's true. And I think some of girls can acquire that. I think we can. Because being a realtor, I had to measure rooms all the time, and I acquired that.
After a while, you'd be like, oh,
Right.
that's a 12 by 14.
Right.
Give
right.
or take a something.
You can
But I
fit a
had to
crib,
learn it.
A changing table and a diaper bag over there. That's 12 by 12.
Well,
That's how they did
some
it.
people place it by using things and objects in their
That's
head,
true.
like furniture or desks or beds or queen
Right.
size, king size. And you would know how the dimensions are close to the dimensions of what those would be.
Right, but I had to really learn that. That didn't come naturally.
No, I'm
to me.
horrible. I with measurements, I just can't do it.
What
Even-
about cooking? Are you good at cooking measurements? Like